It's a beautiful day to work on book repairs. Welcome back to Grace Sloan Book Hospital, where today we are working on spinal injuries because we are all out of triage tags for spinal injuries, and I just know that out of the almost 100 books left back there, a bunch of them have to be spinal injuries. So let's see if we can knock out this pile of all of my biggest books in the spinal injury pile. A lot of people have been asking, what is the difference in the spinal injuries versus the physical therapy? And honestly, that's a good question, because when I first started this triage process, I'm not even fully certain that I knew, but I have figured it out now. The difference is my spinal injuries, I don't know why that's there, are pretty much always going to require glue versus my physical therapies, which will pretty much always just require tape. Sometimes they, may need both things, but in this particular case, if it's just glue, spinal injury. So for example, like this is meant to be a floating spine. When this paper gets glued back into place, that floating spine will still exist. So I'm going to start by, well, basically it's just glue drip day. We are going to take that over there. All right. Our first book in the pile is the complete, Our first book in the pile is the complete cookbook for young chefs. This is definitely a floating spine that's going to need repaired. I don't actually see anything else that's wrong with it. I kind of did like a preliminary glance over before I started filming. Yeah, we just need to drip some glue down here. So this is a pretty easy one. This is genuinely just me opening up the glue, sticking the nozzle in the little hole that exists here, and letting it drip down. And then I'm also going to take one of these little mending sticks. You could also use a skewer, it'll do the same thing. And I'm kind of just like pushing that glue down the side because I totally put too much just in that top piece. You see it coming off on there. Whoopsie. No biggie. I just need to open it on that side, and there we go. Okay. It's really just that side that's having that trouble, I think. Yep, sure enough. So I'm also going to take this, because I definitely spilled a little bit of glue and I don't want that. There we go. I'm going to glue off and down here. Off there. I was a little messy on that one, my bad. Okay, and then, oh, did I not get, I need to grab something. I need, do you see my book hospital back there? I know it's kind of scary. I need a little, what are these called? Book holder? Bookshelf holder. Bookend? Oh my gosh, where are my words and why can't I find them? Okay. I'm gonna stick this like that, and right now it doesn't seem like that's gonna work out, but by the time I add a whole bunch more books next to it, it'll hold them in place. Okay, next up, Eyewitness Encyclopedia Everything, the ultimate guide to the world around you. We have so many copies of this book in Spanish and in English. The kids are obsessed. But also, these big books are just not made to last in a library. Okay, let's see. We're going to do the same thing with this one that we did with that last one. Except I'm going to start by wiping that off of there. Okay. This is just another dripping the glue down and hoping that I'm less messy with it this time, because what even was that? Me getting overexcited. That's what that was. ingredients. So we're just pouring that down. I would show you, but you won't be able to see it. So just trust me that this is full of glue. Very full of glue. Okay. This end is not opening up as easily, which is a good sign. That means that that damage is mostly on this other end. Okay, what about this one? It is on that side too though, so I will, same thing. Oops. I'm gonna stand up. I'll let gravity do a lot of the work this way. Is there a better way to do it? Probably. But this works, I promise. Oh, that's right. This is the one that was ripped. Okay. So, now that that glue is all in there, let me wipe my extra glue off the bottom here. Okay. So, we will put you here and move on to the next one, but somebody remind me, I'm gonna need to put that in physical therapy when it's done drying because it also needs some tape. Okay, Secret World of Plants. If I recall, this is barely broken, but a kid put it in the book hospital. They gave me a pink Band-Aid for it. Yep, sure enough. Just like barely. The tiniest bit. So you know what? Instead of even sticking the glue nozzle in there, I'm just going to there we go. Tiniest bit. Tiniest little bit of glue. And this way, that should hold those areas. You see how as that fills up eventually it won't be a problem. I mean, I know it kind of still is right now, but this actually needs more than just glue. I'm almost certain. Okay, this needs glue on the outside and the inside. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the glue. I know, I can't help it. I know it's lame. All right. I'm kind of using the glue like Mod Podge, where I'm just like rolling it across the outside of the fibers of this book to kind of slowly stick them back together. Something like that right there. So like same thing with this right here. I'm just gonna smooth this fabric down back over the top of it. There's going to be glue underneath it and on the outside of it. And again, don't use your finger. I use my finger. You shouldn't use your finger. Could you see that? How that kind of ended up getting like smoothed down, or did that get cut off on the camera? I'm learning how to use an actual camera so that I can film in landscape mode just for you guys. So if I don't have the shot right, it's okay to tell me so that I can fix it. Okay. And why am I using the glue on the outside too? It will dry. It will. No, I'm not supposed to touch it with my fingers. Yes, I do it anyway. I'll probably regret it one day. And you will all be here to tell me I told you so, even though I told myself so. Just a little bit more glue than that down here where this flap is coming off. There we go. Okay, what about on this side? Same thing, except I'm just gonna, same thing basically. Go through with that glue and just press it into place. Oh, got this little flap of fabric here. I'm kind of just gonna Mod Podge again. Okay, my bone folder does work pretty well as a finger, I suppose. Okay. All right. We are going to let that dry. There is more to do on that book, but it needs dry time first, so. Okay, next. You have been taped together. You need glue, I'm certain. Everything here needs, this needs a lot of glue. I mean, this is kind of like one of the most common problems when it comes to really big books like this, so. All right, so let's see. And I know me holding it like that really doesn't make it any better, but I promise you should see the way the kids walk around holding these things. And yes, I stopped them, but it's bad. Okay. I'm actually like pushing the glue down. That I can use on the outside right here to fix that down. Okay, so that side is like actually pretty well done. It really is just this side here. So let's oop. Oh no, my stick is getting, there we go. See, now it finally holds all of them because there's enough. It takes time to build up. Right, solve this wild and wacky challenges for the genius engineer in you. Somebody tried to draw some Among Us characters. Rock on. That tells you how old this book is. This corner is soft. Ooh, very soft. How soft? Oh, no. Okay. So that's just the glue then? Okay. So in that case, glue drip day for realsies. The first time I said glue drip day, I didn't actually get to drip any of the glue. And this time, I get to drip all the glue. And that's fun, but you want to know what else I just did when I did that to press the glue down? I ripped the paper. Whoops. Yes, I'll tape it up. It'll be fine. I wish I hadn't done that, though. I don't know, using that bone folder to smooth things out worked so well in the last round. And I'm going to keep doing it, watch. Oh, this is absolutely going to need a little bit more of a stay somewhere else when it's done, though. It's not even going to be finished. I'm going to have more to do. And not just because of that tape that I ripped, which is slightly a problem. And by slightly, I mean definitely. It's going to have to go for physical therapy. So I'll set it next to this other one that was also definitely going to be in need of physical therapy. You know, most of the books don't just have one easy problem to diagnose, but it is faster to batch repair, I will say that. Alright, so what have we got here? We've got a Lego book with the same problem that we have already done 50,000 times just today. So, like I said, the last 74 times, just drip that glue right down. I don't know, can you see that? If I show you like that, does it? It doesn't. I wish. I do. I would like very much to actually be able to show it to you, and I'm sorry that it just doesn't really. So we will. I'll be more careful this time. I'm just trying to smooth some of that down because I can feel it. It's like, you know how you can feel when paper is wet? Well, you can feel the difference once you've added that extra glue in there. This end isn't loose like that. This side is not loose like that. It's just this end. So, next, very important myths and legends for little learners who love fantastic stories. As always, it's like the same thing over and over and over again. If I could show you a picture of the way that the kids walk around carrying their books sometimes, it would make complete and total sense as to how this just keeps happening. Sometimes it's like, wait, that's so messy, it's not going to work. This is really good glue. Let's see, the Guinness World Records Book of 2025. I'm going to need to get us one for 2026. Where is it pulling away from? The same place over and over and over. I think the only thing I maybe don't enjoy about batch repairing is that as fast as it is, you know, sometimes it does get a little old doing the exact same repair over and over and over again. but it is faster, so I can't really complain much. Can you hear my tummy growling? I skipped lunch today. And this is your sign not to do that. You should eat when you have time to do it. Okay, last one in this pile. Lego ideas, unlock your imagination. My fingers are covered in glue. It's a terrible feeling. I know I did it to myself. Hey, look, this one is on the other side for once. That's so rare. Okay. In we go. And just tap, 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 tap. Honestly, that needs more. Oh, okay. So there's also this little tear on the front here. So actually, let me just change my method a little bit. I will tape that corner back together when the glue is dry. All right, 10 books through the book hospital. I bet it's only been 25, 30 minutes. That's not even that bad, honestly. I will need to go back and do a couple of things with a couple of these, but hey, 10 books done is still 10 books done.